Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Now that All Stars 5 has come to an end, I personally want to make a list of the 5 worst things about this new season because, as we know, it was not the best All Star season we had, and I will explain you why. First of all, I don't want to throw shade or hate on anyone, especially the queens, since they are the reason we watch the show, and no one among them deserves hate or discrimination. So I want to remind you that. Also, this video contains personal opinions, so if you disagree with some points, please comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Let's begin. Number 1, the cast. Personally, I'm not mad about the cast. It's very diverse. We have powerhouse performers like Derek, Mayhem, India, Shea. We have fashion queens like Blair, Alexis, Mariah. We have comedy queens like Jujubee, Miss Cracker, and Alexis. And of course, we have legends like Ongina, Jujubee, Alexis, and so on. So I was happy to see each of them return to on TV. However, I feel like, and I'm using Jujubee words,
We have to change the name to RuPaul's Drag Race Some Star.
because it doesn't feel like an actual All Stars cast. If I compare it to All Stars 2 cast or even All Stars 4 cast, we can immediately see who will be the frontrunners and who the first outs. On All Stars 2, literally anyone could have walked away with the crown, but on All Stars 5, it felt like they casted who was left and who wasn't cast or on All Stars season yet. In a cast where we have Miss Kraken and Shea, basically someone who were already front runners even before the cast was announced, we really needed someone to compete with them, and we had none. Yeah, Jujubee had a really good track record and Miss Alexis were robbed on some placements, but at the end of the day, I knew for a fact that any of these two would have snatched the crown. It basically felt like it was just a 7 episodes of nothing but Jujubee commentary on the season while we were waiting for Shea crowning. However, some queens really surprised me, like India who slayed the first episode and Blair who killed every single runway. So I'm not completely bitter about the cast, but they should have waited for at least 1 or 2 more years for All Stars 5 so that the competition was more exciting. Number 2, the challenges. Oh lord, where do I start? The challenges and the performances of us as 5 were not the most stellar, and even with Shea, Jujubee and me slaying every single challenge, the result was still a mess. It was full of comedy challenges and that hurt a lot of queens, especially Blair, Mariah and Ongina. The only non-comedy challenge we had was the hotel challenge, one of the worst judge challenge we have had, yet the winner of the episode wasn't even decided design-wise because of the jokes she put in her performance, so literally every challenge was technically comedy related. In an All-Star season, I want to see really badass challenges, something that has to, no pun intended, challenge the queens on their skills and abilities, and yet, if you weren't funny, you were in the bottom too. That's an issue. No creativity was involved in the making of the challenges, and that hurt the performances of the challenge and of the queens. Literally, what the hell was episode 3 and 4 challenges? Like, what were the queens supposed to do? I still have no idea. Number 3, the twist. When I first learned that a new twist was gonna happen, I was so thrilled and excited, cause the top 2 queens twist was interesting, but it became a little repetitive, so I was down for the new format. However, the producers still fucked up and gave us shenanigans for everybody, and it became even more fake than All Stars 4. Episode 1 was the only episode who didn't feel produced to the bone, and in fact, it gave us really good lip sync. From then on, it went downhill. Alyssa was clearly told to portray a dead character on stage. Jujubee for no reason at all forgot her words and lost her first lip sync. The factory of having a double winner on episode 4 when we all knew they wanted to give Miss Cracker a win so bad. Miss Vanjie brought back as a lip sync assassin was a joke, and the last 2 lip sync songs were a choice. Don't let me even start with the fact that Miss Kennedy Davenport was brought back to lose again to a White Queen lip-syncing to a Dwight song. It literally could have been the most interesting twist to have been on the show. Every lip-sync would have been legendary, but it turned out to be a flop. Number 4. The placement. I honestly don't have any issue with episode 1 placement. The problems come out after episode 2. Blair's team was clearly the winner, but I agree with Shea's single performance to be the best. But like, what is the purpose of having a group challenge if you don't judge the winner based on that? Even on episode 3, I don't know how Blair was not on top. Like, Rue liked her room the most, and between her and Mayhem, she had the best runway, even compared to Jujubee. Shea in the bottom was homophobic, and the critiques given were complete bullshit, especially after giving the top spots to Mayhem and Jujubee, whose 3 outfits were complete boot to me. Also, Cracker not in the bottom doesn't make any sense, because according to critics, the least favorite room was the Golden Girls room. But only Mariah and Shea were up for elimination. The other one in the bottom was India, and honestly it doesn't make any sense. At that point I knew they were giving India shitty placement just to screw her track record even more, just like they did to Roxy on All Star 2. The more fuckeries happened during the Snatch game, where they needed to put Alexis on the bottom just to trigger the India versus Alexis drama, because the bottom 2/3 were clearly Blair, India and Cracker. But this way we were 100% sure that India was going home. With the twist of 5 bottoms queens, however, there was a chance of having Alexis going home. This is just unfair to everyone, and it honestly hurt everyone but Mates, who was gonna be on the bottom no matter what, so let's fuck everybody up just for the sake of drama. This bullshit continues on the following episodes, so I don't want to comment on that. And finally, number 5, the finale. Honestly, it could have been better. The song used for the remix was a little confusing. I didn't hear a single word on the verses and it was too short. I just want a Read You Watch You performance without the black background, which to me does swallow the queens a little bit, and with 5 minutes of the girls' verse. I don't care, that would be iconic. However, the fact that every queen got to walk the final runway was spectacular and so beautiful. I really love that. Also, I'm okay with Shea winning. It was a little predictable, but I would have chosen a different final song. I want something with suspense, with momentum, with climax, and that song didn't give it to me. For example, on All Stars 4 we had Fighter as a final song, and that was iconic. Even Wrecking Ball was a good choice, and the choice for All Stars 2 was also magical because all the girls were in gowns, so the song chosen was suitable. But the girls did pretty good, so I didn't really mind that as far as the lip sync is concerned. So, these are the 5 reasons why A-Stars 4 flopped according to me. Maybe I was a little harsh towards the queens. I'm no one to judge them or their drag, so I hope I didn't hurt anyone on this video. I just want to a clean and well produced All-Star season, without shenanigans if not needed, good challenges, good and refreshing twists, and a good cast like All-Star 2 for example. All-Stars 5 was in line with this result, but eventually flopped. I really hope that they wait 2 or 3 more years for All-Stars 6, first because we need more girls to the panier, and also with all the season we are getting on 1 year, we won't miss All-Stars season. So All-Star 6 better be really good or I swear I quit watching it. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know your opinions on this All-Star season. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you on the fence? I don't know when, but I would love to make a video or on the maybe the 3/5 best things that came out on All Stars 5, because it was not completely unwatchable. It had really good moments, for example the Snatch game, which completely surprised me, especially Jujubee. So write below anything you want, and let's see each other again on the next video.